Your German Shepherd doesn't love you the way a Labrador loves you, or a Golden Retriever, or any other dog for that matter. German Shepherds bond differently, deeper, quieter, and sometimes in ways that are so subtle, most owners completely miss them. And here's the thing, if you miss those signs, you might misread your dog. You might think they're being difficult, aloof, or even aggressive, when really, they're just devoted to you in a way most people will never understand. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 specific signs that your German Shepherd has genuinely bonded with you. And I promise you, this isn't your typical "they wag their tail" list. Some of these will surprise you. Some might even make you look at your dog completely differently. Stay until sign number 7. That one stops almost every GSD owner in their tracks. Let's get into it. Number 1, they patrol your home when you're stressed. German Shepherds were bred for protection work. That's not just a fun fact, it's wired into their biology. But here's what makes this a bonding sign and not just instinct. When a GSD is bonded to you, they don't patrol randomly. They patrol in response to your emotional state. Your cortisol levels rise when you're anxious, stressed, or upset. Dogs can smell that chemical change. And a bonded German Shepherd, they go into what I call soft guard mode. They'll quietly move through the house, checking the perimeter, sniffing the air at windows, positioning themselves between you and doorways. They're not worried about a stranger outside. They're worried about you, and they're doing the only thing they know how to do, making sure the environment is safe so you can be okay. If you've noticed your GSD getting restless or checking things out exactly when you're having a rough evening, that's not coincidence. That's love in uniform. Number 2, they make eye contact and then look away first. You've probably heard that direct eye contact is a sign of dominance or challenge in dogs. That's true with strangers. But within a bonded relationship, eye contact works completely differently. When your German Shepherd holds soft, relaxed eye contact with you, no tense jaw, no stiff body, and then they look away first, that's a massive signal of trust. In dog language, looking away is a calming signal. It means, I'm not a threat, and I know you're not either. I trust this completely. An unbonded or nervous GSD will either avoid your eyes entirely or hold a hard, wide-eyed stare. But a dog that loves you? They look at you like you're the most familiar, safe thing in the world. And then they casually glance away because they're just comfortable. Watch for this during quiet moments. Sitting on the couch, eating dinner, reading a book. If your GSD catches your eye and then softly looks off to the side, they're not being dismissive. They're telling you they feel completely safe with you. Number 3, they bring you things when you come home, but not to play. Most people know that GSDs sometimes grab things when their owner walks in the door. But here's the nuance nobody talks about. There's a difference between a GSD who grabs a toy because they're overstimulated and need to redirect their excitement, and a GSD who brings you something as an offering. A bonded German Shepherd often picks up an item, a sock, a toy, a random shoe, and trots over to you calmly, tail wagging in a low, slow arc. They're not asking you to throw it. They're not trying to start a game. They're bringing you a gift. This behavior comes from the same emotional place as when a wolf brings food back to the pack. Your GSD associates good things with you. Coming home is the best event of their day, and they want to participate in it. They want to give you something because they have no other way to say, I missed you and I'm so glad you're back. If you've been dismissing this as hyperactivity, look closer. Watch the energy. If it's calm and almost ceremonial, your dog is speaking directly to your bond. Number 4, they sleep facing the door. But only when you're in the room. German Shepherds are guardian dogs. They are always calculating threat angles. But here's the bonding twist. When your GSD sleeps in a position that covers the room's entrance, while staying physically close to you, they're not just being a watchdog. They are intentionally placing themselves between you and anything that could come through that door. The key detail is, this only happens consistently when you're in the room. If you've ever gotten up in the night and come back to find your dog has shifted position to face the new angle you're sleeping at, you just witnessed active sleeping state protection. They repositioned for you. That's not training. That's not accident. That's a German Shepherd who has decided at a primal level that keeping you safe is their purpose. Number 5. They mirror your energy, not the room's energy. Put a relaxed stranger in a room with your GSD and a stressed you, and watch which energy your dog follows. A bonded German Shepherd is emotionally tethered to their person, not to the general atmosphere. If you're calm at a loud family gathering, your GSD is calm. If you're tense during a quiet evening, your GSD is restless. This is different from being reactive. Reactive dogs respond to the environment. A bonded GSD responds to you specifically. This matters because it tells you something profound. Your dog has made you their emotional reference point. You are their compass. When they don't know how to feel about a situation, they look at your face and body and they calibrate off of you. That's a level of trust and connection that only comes with a deep bond. Number 6. They check in during off-leash time. This one is about freedom and what your GSD does with it. When a German Shepherd is off-leash and has space to go wherever they want, do they drift farther and farther from you? Or do they regularly loop back, make eye contact, and then go again? That looping back, that check-in, is one of the clearest signs of genuine attachment in any dog. But in a GSD, it's especially telling because this is a breed with a strong independent streak and serious drive. They could just go do their own thing. But a bonded German Shepherd comes back, not because they have to, because you are the center of their world even when no leash says you have to be. Some trainers call this checking in behavior. I call it your dog choosing you, over and over again, every single time they're free not to. Number 7, they do the GSD lean, but only on their person. Okay, this is the one I promised you. And if you have a German Shepherd, there's a good chance you've felt this and never known what it meant. The GSD lean. This is when your dog walks up beside you and just presses their body weight into you, against your leg, your hip, your calf. They're not jumping. They're not asking for anything. They're just leaning. Here's what makes this specific to the bond. German Shepherds don't do this with everyone. In fact, many GSDs who seem standoffish or not cuddly will do this exclusively with their bonded person. It's physical closeness without vulnerability. Your GSD can stay upright, stay alert, stay themselves, while still making full physical contact with you. It's their version of a hug. If your German Shepherd leans into you, they aren't being pushy or dominant. They are telling you, without words, without theatrics, you are my person. I want to be next to you. Number 8, they respond to your name before any command. Most people train their German Shepherd to respond to their dog's name. But here's something fascinating. A deeply bonded GSD will recognize your name and respond to it. If someone else in your home says your name in conversation, does your dog's head snap up? Do their ears rotate toward the sound, even if you haven't moved or spoken? This happens because your GSD has cataloged the sounds that are important to them, and your name, the word people use to refer to you, becomes a high-value word in their brain. It sounds small, it's actually huge. It means your dog has learned language beyond commands because they are paying close attention to everything in your world. That's a level of attunement that only comes from a dog who is deeply, genuinely attached to you. Number 9. They get between you and emotional situations without being asked. This isn't about aggression. This is about instinctive protection of the person they love. When you're in a tense conversation, when someone raises their voice near you, when you're upset and someone approaches, does your German Shepherd quietly walk over and place themselves beside you or between you and the other person? They're not necessarily growling. They might not even look threatening, but they are there, deliberately, positioning themselves as a buffer. This behavior is called proximity protection, and in a GSD, it's one of the most sophisticated expressions of bonding there is. They've assessed the situation, they've identified that you might need support, and they've moved calmly and deliberately to provide it. No command, no training cue, just a dog who loves you doing what love looks like in their world. Number 10. They grieve when you're gone and recover when you return. German Shepherds are notorious for separation anxiety, but there's a critical distinction that tells you whether it's anxiety or attachment. A GSD with true separation anxiety is distressed regardless of who leaves. Any absence triggers the behavior. But a GSD bonded to you specifically, they're fine when other people leave. They're fine when the house gets quiet. But when you walk out that door, they go to your spot. They wait, they watch. And when you come home, something transforms in them. That full body wiggle, the almost frantic need to touch you, smell you, confirm you're actually there. The grief and the joy both directed at you specifically, that's not anxiety, that's love. That's a 90-pound dog with the heart of a guardian who has decided you are worth waiting for every single time. If your German Shepherd does even 3 or 4 of the things on this list, you have something genuinely rare. A dog that hasn't just been trained, a dog that has chosen you. Take care of that bond, protect it, invest in it, because a German Shepherd's loyalty, once given, is one of the most extraordinary things you'll ever experience in your life. If this video helped you understand your dog a little better, hit that like button. It helps this channel more than you know. Subscribe if you want more content like this. We go deep on breed-specific behavior every single week. And drop a comment below. Which sign does your GSD do most? I read every single one. See you in the next one.